Gobu is a fantastic tool. If you've been using it, then you'll know exactly why it's such a great tool. And if you haven't had a chance to work with it yet, in this video, I'll show you how I'm using it and why I think Gobu should be part of every researcher's toolkit. Hey everyone, my name is Frank and this is Learning in Technology with Frank, our YouTube channel where we talk about how we can use technology to learn and teach more effectively. If that sounds interesting, check out some of the videos on the channel, and if you like that type of topic, go ahead and subscribe. Gobu is an AI writing assistant. You can either run it by itself or you can use it as a plugin for Word, and it really helps you get all of your thoughts together in a way that allows you to get things ready for publication. Now, I've used a number of different academic writing tools in the past. I've certainly used Word in order to create papers. I've used other tools like Nota Bene, which is a great academic writing tool. Well, Gobu brings a lot of AI into the process, so I can make sure that I'm synthesizing a lot of my research. I can make sure that I've got proper citations. Well, let's just go take a look and I'll show you all the wonderful things it can do. And as a side note, this is made by the creators of Scrintal. I have several videos here on the channel about Scrintal. It's a great tool for organizing research and organizing basically any type of notes or any type of information. Well, Gobu is really designed for that academic research, factual writing component of taking all of your materials and producing something from them. So let's go take a look at Gobu. So I've logged into Gobu and it's just gobu.ai. You can try it for free and read a little bit about what it does, but you can watch this video. I'll go through a lot of it with you. There are a lot of challenges when we're doing any type of academic writing, and I should also point out that this can be used very much for studying as well, because it does interact with the materials in order to extract summaries and look for relevant connections between the materials that you put into it. So it's not just a writing tool. I actually find that it's a useful study tool as well in order to gain an understanding of a topic. Well, when you're doing any type of academic writing, it's important to have accurate citations, and it's important to be able to make connections between the resources that you have. And that's where Gobu comes in. So I'm not going to use the Word plugin right now. I'm just going to use Gobu by itself, but you can go back and forth between the Gobu interface, and if you have it as a plugin for Word, you can use it right within Word. And this is a very powerful thing because as you're working with the article, as you're summarizing your paper or working through study notes, you can provide citations directly from Word that are accurate and make sense. In fact, Gobu's based out of the EU and out of Sweden, so it's held by a lot of the EU privacy and security rules, so that's a very good thing to know as well. And so if we take a look here, I have I'm logged into a Gobu account that has a few boards on it. I have my other Scrintal account, but we'll just use this one here. And you can see that I have a number of tiles. These are different projects, and these were actually brought in from the Scrintal account that I had. These are boards in Scrintal, so Gobu and Scrintal work quite nicely with each other. I can easily create a new project, and when I create a new project, I can set my research focus. I can use it for research and article analysis. I can use it for studying, doing a smart summary. So for example, if I set my research focus, it's going to ask me questions of what it is that I'm researching on or what it is that I'm studying. So I can go in and put things like a summary of what I'm trying to do, some of the questions that I are wanting to ask or that I'm hoping to develop some insight into, what is my hypothesis that I'm going to be testing, and then you can see here what are some of the concepts that I'm interested in. So I'm going to cancel this one for now. I'm going to work at some projects that I have some documentation for. When it comes to article analysis, I can just simply upload articles here. So I'll upload from my device, and so it'll ask me to go into my device here. I'm going to go into my Dropbox, and let's say I'm doing some AR and XR in education. I've just grabbed 3 articles here that I have that I'd like to bring in. So you can see here that I can upload these articles from my device. I'm just going to grab the one here. So you can drag one at a time to do your summary of the article and then work with each article. So we'll grab this in here, and it's going to prepare the article and provide a summary of this article for me. And that's a really powerful thing to do. When we go out and we find different articles and we're looking at different research papers, we might be using academic libraries. We might be using our resources that we have like Google Scholar to find articles. A lot of times we'll be working with various different publications. So this is very normal in research to start gathering a lot of resources. I tend to gather a lot of resources using Scrintal, and then I can bring them in here into Gobu here. So now I've got an analysis here of the article here. It's been completed. I can start taking notes here. You can see here that it's got the research questions. So if I have a lot of different PDFs, a lot of different articles that I need to go through, this is my great first pass to start summarizing them all so I can find out which ones will be most useful for the papers that I'm writing. I can go in and look at the concepts that are out of this article. I can look at the key results that were found by the experimentation of this particular paper, the methodology that was used, the types of contributions, and any different excerpts in there that might be relevant to me. Now, what I really like here is that I can also tie this to my own research in terms of relevance and insights when I bring them together into a project. But what's very useful here is if I'm a student or if I'm somebody who's just starting my research journey, this is a great way to bring articles in and just look and see how they were handled. How were they created? What was the methodology? What were the key results? To get a feel for how academia works. So I highly recommend this not just for experienced researchers, but also for people that want to break into the field. And this could just be, for some people, it's just personal interest as well. So you can see here I've got some articles that I brought in here. These are different articles that I have on using AR, augmented reality and extended reality in education. I can go back to the home here. That's if I'm doing a new one. You can see I've got advancing STEM education here, XR and AR for trades and engineering. Right now this project's empty, but I can go in and add analysis in here. I can go in and set research focus in here as well. So I haven't completed this yet. When I'm inside of the project, actually, let me just go back here to my advancing STEM education. So I've got my articles in here. I've got my analysis that was done. You'll notice that I can add additional analysis in here. I can create a new note if I want to start taking notes on what I've been reading in here. I can go in and I can, add from my library. So one of the things that you'll definitely want to do as you do any type of research is start developing your library. Usually what I'll do is I'll save articles into different folders on my computer, or I'll use a reference manager. So there's a number of tools. Scrintal is again a fantastic tool for managing your library. And then I can upload sources. So I've already uploaded sources, so I could go upload if I have more sources that I want to bring in there. But you can see I've got my few articles in there. You do not want to do a research or literature review on 3 articles. You would hopefully have many, many more than that. And then what I can do here is I can also push that into a Canvas view, which allows me to work with the notes that I've taken. I can take a look, at STEM education. And then that gives me actually access to take the work that I do, the notes and the information that I work with. And I could set my research focus here, but I can also do things like download it as markdown language, and I can even share it if I want to go in and share it with other folks to do some co-working on some of the note-taking and such. And you can see I've got a number of different projects. I can manage my library from here. I've got a fairly small library in this particular account, but you can set up the library with all of the articles. You can look by project, search by notebooks, notes that you've taken, the different sources that you have in here, and this will build in your academic career, so you'll have more and more over time, so you'll be able to work with your areas of interest quite easy. And what I really like about Gobu is that it's not cluttering a lot of my workflow. It's actually working with my workflow so that I can actually use it as a side-by-side tool. I'm not sort of bound by the tool telling me what to do. It's a tool helping me do what I already want to do, which is collect information, summarize and synthesize the information, look for insights in the information, and then start creating my own thoughts and testing my own hypothesis with my own research focus. Now, there's a lot more that you can do with Gobu. I just wanted to create this introductory video to introduce you to the tool. Comment down below on what you think about having a writing assistant like this. I'm very excited. I'm going to add this to Word, and I don't generally use Word as my writing tool these days. I actually do use a tool called Nota Bene, which is a tool for academic writing, but I'm going to be using a lot more of Gobu to prepare everything before I bring it into other tools. In fact, I actually can probably produce quite a bit right out of Gobu, and it may actually replace some of my other tools. But you can see here I've got a lot of power in the tool. So comment down below on what you think about Gobu. Ask any questions that you might have. This pairs very nice with Scrintal, so check out some of my other videos on Scrintal. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video where we look at more ways that we can use technology to learn and teach more effectively.